So I was in Target and I was looking at the makeup section because I pretty much can't go anywhere in any store without looking at the makeup section, and I was struck by the Wet n Wild area. And I have a few Wet n Wild products. It's been a while since I've purchased anything from them, so I honestly just decided to grab a bunch of products and do a quick look just to test out some things that I haven't used from them, like their foundation, their mascara, and also to try some products that I need in my collection, like base or like primers and bases and stuff like that. This is making all kinds of sense that is not. But you get what I'm saying. There was just a bunch of products that I wanted to try. The smoke detector is killing me. Anyway, there's just a bunch of products that I wanted to try, and so I just grabbed a bunch of things, threw together the video. There's a few things I forgot, like I forgot an actual like non-concealing primer, and what I mean is like I bought this green one and this yellow one. I didn't actually buy like a normal primer, if that makes any sense. I also forgot to buy like a setting powder, so I just used the one that I normally have, but I think for the most part that was the only thing that I forgot. I don't do my eyebrows. I like my eyebrows the way they are, all crazy and all over the place. And so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show you this quick and easy and boring look that I threw together, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you at the end. So I'm starting with the Glass Correct primer and base. I honestly was expecting there to be more coverage, but it honestly went on completely invisible. I have a lot of redness in my skin, so I was really banking on, the green concealer to cancel that out, and it went on just completely invisible. Like there was no color or anything whatsoever. So I thought if I did it with a brush instead of a sponge, I might get more coverage out of it than what I was getting, but again, even though I layered it on there pretty thick, once I blended it out, it just completely vanished. I'd hate to say that I'm disappointed by this primer, but given the color that it looks in the packaging versus what I got on my skin, yeah, it is very disappointing once it was blended out. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but again, like I said, I have a lot of redness in my skin, and I was just really hoping for that opaque coverage. This is the same thing, the Glass Correct primer and base, only this is the yellow shade. Again, I was disappointed. I have dark circles under my eyes, as I know that you can see. They're more prominent in the videos than I am, and I was hoping for just heavy coverage, and again, I didn't get that results with these products. So yeah, it's it's unfortunate, but I mean, it does happen. They didn't really perform the way I was hoping that they would. Just taking the Too Faced Shadow Insurance and putting that all over my lids. I always end up using this one because it's the only one that I have, but I know that I need to try more eyeshadow primers that are out there, but this is what I have and this is what I use until I run out. So this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon palette. It's the one that's called Lights Off. I believe it was the only one that had a black shade in it, which is why I bought it. And I'm actually using the almost black shade, more like a dark gray, probably like a gunmetal shade, I guess, inside my crease. Now I am using the darkest shade, which is the black shade that's in the makeup palette, just to cover my entire lid and then blend that upwards into my crease. Now I'm using the Megalast Incognito Concealer by Wet n Wild. This is shade Light Honey. I'm pretty sure this shade is too light for my skin, but it honestly can't be any worse than my foundation, so I just went with it. I got this sponge in one of my monthly BoxyCharm boxes. I wish I could remember like the company or anything like that, because this sponge is super soft. Like it's incredible. I love that sponge. Yeah, that concealer is way too light for my skin tone. This is what happens when you try to color match yourself. So this is the Fantasy Makers Black Beauty Blender sponge thing that I bought. I bought it during Halloween, and I honestly bought it just because it was black. I made that face because, in all honesty, the foundation had a bit of an off-putting smell, and it just took me by surprise. I tried to shade match myself with a foundation that I already have, but I should have known better because the foundation that I already have is too light, and this one, the photofocus Wet n Wild foundation in soft beige, is even lighter than the other one that I have. I don't know why, but I've been having the worst time trying to like color match myself. I've gone to Sephora and Ulta. They recommend a shade and it looks fine in the store, but then as soon as I go to do it on camera, it just looks like I look like a ghost. So I have no idea what I'm doing wrong, but yeah, I can't seem to find my exact shade. So there's a similar, well, I guess I wouldn't call it gunmetal, but it's a dark gray shade. It's a non-shimmer shade. The other one is shimmery, but it's sitting on top of the black shade in the makeup palette. I'm just putting that underneath my waterline in order to give my eyes that like smoky effect, I guess. I don't know what you call it. I just do these things. I'm not an expert. I really have no idea what you call it. So this is the Color Icon Wet n Wild Kohl Pencil in Baby's Got Black. That name is that's just so great. It honestly performed better than I was expecting. I've been using a lot of the high-end eyeliners for a long time, just because I really don't know, just because it's always like my go-to. So, you know, paying the like $1 and something for the eyeliner, it actually did really well, so I was happy about that. And this is the Wet n Wild Mega Volume Mascara in Very Black. And now with the Cherry Bomb, I think this is the Megalast matte lipstick in Cherry Bomb. I don't remember, I just remember the name is Cherry Bomb. But anyway, it's been so long since I've worn like a bullet lipstick that like I can't even like apply them effectively anymore. This took me forever, in all honesty. I've gotten so used to wearing liquid lipsticks with the applicators and stuff that this was disastrous. The smell of the setting spray totally caught me off guard. And we're all done. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.